Looking for a budget-friendly M2 SSD that acts way above its price class? One that works in your gaming rig, your PS5 or even a high-speed external drive? This is the ORICO IG740 Pro, a PCIe Gen 4 NVMe SSD that brings industrial-grade ambition to everyday setups.
It's fast. It's kind of brilliant.
I've got the 2TB version and today we're testing everything. Let's dive in. In the stealthy black box, the SSD itself, a copper plate aluminium heatsink, thermal silicon pad, a mounting screw, and props to ORICO for this, a tiny precision screwdriver. Simple, clean, ready to go. Even beginners will feel at home installing it. So, what are we working with? Interface PCIe 4.0 plus NVMe 2.0, controller MaxioTech Falcon Lite quad-core ARM Cortex R5 1GB, flash 232-layer TLC NAND, at least on some units, cache no DRAM but uses host memory buffer, claim speeds up to 7,450 MB per second read and 6,500 MB per second write, endurance 1200 TB written, 1.5 million hours mean time between failures, and encryption AES 256. Now, a quick note. Yes, ORICO claims TLC NAND, but there have been sightings of QLC chips in some variants. There's no easy way to confirm without opening the drive and voiding the warranty, so the mileage may vary. Still, on paper, these specs punch hard for this price point. Installation is smooth. Insert the SSD into your PCIe 4 slot, add the thermal pad and heatsink, and you're ready to roll. Buyers didn't need tweaking, just initialized the new drive as GPT in disk management, format it as NTFS, and boom, extra 2 TB ready to use. Now let's talk speed. In CrystalDiskMark, 7,093 MB per second read and 6,362 MB per second write. So what that does mean in English: high-end sequential read-write speeds for big files, perfect for gaming, editing or large backups. The random 4K speeds, especially Q121, are what matter for system responsiveness, and those numbers are middle of the pack. Not bad, not best in class, but more than enough for real-world use. I tested this same SSD in an external USB 3.2 enclosure, and while USB can't push full PCIe 4 speeds, it still pulled over 5,000 MB read and 4,000 MB write. Not too shabby. SSDs get hot, especially the fast ones, but in my Forum AI X1 Pro, with its excellent cooling setup, the IG740 Pro stayed impressively stable, hovering around 60 to 70 Celsius, even under sustained load. It comes with a snap-on aluminium heatsink and a thermal silicon film, which definitely help. But if your system has limited airflow, don't be surprised to see temp spike above 90 Celsius, especially during long rides or game installs. One upside, the lack of onboard DRAM keeps heat down a bit and helps maintain stability over time, but still, good airflow makes all the difference. ORICO throws around industry grade like candy, but is it real? Here's what you actually get. LPCE error correction, simulated SLC cache for faster burst, power loss protection but consumer grade, no enterprise tier, BOM consistency for lower failure variation, and 1200 TB written and 5 years warranty. For example, let's say you write 100 gigs per day, which is already heavy usage for most people. It gives you nearly 33 years before hitting the limit. It's not quite industrial grade, but it is smarter and more resilient than most budget drives. It's basically a semi-pro SSD in consumer packaging. At $139 for 2 TB, $97 for 1 TB, and $269 for 4 TB, the IG740 Pro is swinging in Crucial and Samsung territory, but often undercuts them with 20% Amazon discount. You've also got options. There are PS5 ready variant with a low profile heatsink and desktop version with a chunkier finned heatsink for better airflow. I've dropped the Amazon links below if you want to check them out. And that's really the appeal here. You're not just paying for raw speed. You're getting pre-installed heatsink, AES encryption, TLC grade endurance, and cross-platform flexibility, including use in external enclosures, laptops, desktops, or consoles. So, is it perfect? No. The NAND confusion annoying, the lack of DRAM expected at this price. But when you zoom out, the ORICO IG740 Pro is a fantastic SSD for the money. Great performance, solid thermals, smart industrial touches, and a warranty that backs it up. If you're hunting for high-speed storage that won't wreck your wallet, this one's worth shortlisting.
Agree, disagree? Drop your hot takes in the comments. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe. I know you want to.
Family Pop TV.